your first go at it this year. What's it mean to you to make the playoffs?
Means everything. This is the opportunity that we worked for all season long. And, obviously coming into it, this was a huge game for us. We've had our last couple games have really been playoff games. We've had to win those. So, just with our back against the wall, I'm just proud of this team. How we fought, stuck together, and put ourselves in position to make a playoff run.
Obviously, it came a long way after the 2-5 start. When did you all start to realize this was realistic? This was a legitimate possibility to get to this pool?
Yeah, it was like you said, it was tough. 2-5 start, but the main thing that we did was stick together. Everybody came into the building, finding ways to try and get better, improve themselves, and make the team better. So it's obviously been a process for us. It hasn't been easy. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but we stuck together and we're able to get on a win streak. And like I said, put ourselves in this position. So, credit to everybody in the locker room.
Jordan, you were faced with the same scenario last year. What do you think was the biggest difference between last year's performance by the team as opposed to this year?
Yeah, you get in this game right here, and it's a playoff game. It comes down to execution, lack of mistakes, and obviously I think we made a couple mistakes, but for the most part I think we played pretty clean football, and it found a way to win. Defense stepped up, held them to 9 points. So it's a total team effort right there, and everybody's got to stay focused and execute to get this win.
You had, I think, over 7.5 yards per play today. Having a performance like that, heading into the playoffs, where do you think your offense is right now, moving into the knockout elimination?
I think we've been getting better every game. Every week we're finding ways to improve and get better. Now we're in the dance. So we're going to continue doing the same thing we've been doing and trying to find ways to get better. But I like where our offense is moving. We're moving in the right direction.
What can you say about guys like Bo Melton's What can you say about guys like Bo Melton's performance today? Just the last couple of weeks and just the fire he played with, and chippiness, and I'm sure it's probably good with it.
Yeah, you guys see it every week. He stepped up when his number is called, and that's really all you can do in that position is step up and make plays when you got that opportunity, and that's exactly what he's done. I think he's been making some huge plays for us over the last couple of weeks. And just like I said, stepped up into a role where we needed him to step up and make plays. And, that's the mindset of everybody in that locker room is just find ways when you get the opportunity to make the most of it.
At the end of the first half, what in particular do you think you should have done differently?
Yeah, on that last play, we had double out routes called on both sides. And, when I got the snap, I felt the corner triggering it pretty hard. So I wish I would have just thrown it out of bounds right there and just went for the field goal right after that. But, threw it to Wicks right there, and the DB made a great play, being able to tackle him going backwards. So, obviously that's a play I'll learn from and just stack that in memory bank and move forward. But just wish I would have just thrown the ball away right there.
You don't seem too much like a guy who gets caught up in the moment from how you talk to us every week, but when Matt sprints on the field and hugs you, what's the emotion in that moment?
It was awesome. That's a moment I'll never forget right there. But I feel like that's just a moment of everything coming together. All the work we do all off season, in the training camp, in the beginning of the season, and just, like I said, everyone in the locker room sticking together, blocking out all the outside noise, and just finding ways to, like I said, put ourselves in a great position to make a playoff run. But it's just, I feel like you said, all the work that we put in coming together right there.
Aaron Jones hasn't had the health I'm sure he wanted start to finish this season, but he sure is closing strong and perhaps has fresh legs as a silver lining to the games he missed. What does he look like out there to you compared to Winter's past?
He looks like a great player. Obviously, we've missed him when he hasn't been out there on the field, and you love to see him out there. He's gone for over 100 yards the past couple weeks, and which is something that's not easy to do. So it gives our whole offense a big boost when you can run the ball, get other guys in there, and then obviously helps the passing game out. But when you can run the ball the way he runs the ball, it just sets up more opportunities for everybody else, and it just. I don't know, but like I said, he's just a phenomenal player, and love to have him out there.
Speaking of things that aren't easy to do, I mean, what you guys did with a first-year offense, basically, how hard was it for you guys to get to this point?
I mean, it was really hard. Like I said, coming into it, it's been a whole process that we've had to grow together and just continue to get everybody on the same page and, work through the errors and, things that weren't looking as pretty early on. So, like I said, it's been a process, but it definitely was not easy. And it's a credit to everybody in the locker room. Just finding ways to, like I said, get better every week, improve their game, and, kind of knock out that mentality that we're just a young team and people have stepped up huge.
Along those lines, what was October like compared to now? What was October? October before, that's when you had the 4 losses, and you guys were struggling to even get first pounds in the first halves of games. What was that like?
It was tough. We went on a stretch where we just, weren't finding ways to win. We were in a lot of really close games, and we just couldn't get over that hump. So it was really tough. But like I said, no one blinked. No one was crying about losing. We found ways to get better. And obviously, I think the main thing was we just had to find ways to win those close games. And that's what we've been able to do. Obviously, we had one tonight. So I think that's the mentality, just finding ways to win, because we know it's not going to be easy.
Jordan, is there a moment that the game felt like it slowed down for you at some point this season?
I can't put it in particular on what moment, but I think just every game I go out there, the game slowed down a little bit more. I'm seeing things a lot better. I'm just having a better feel of where I need to go with the ball and getting a better rhythm with just playing quarterback in the pocket. So there's not one game in particular, but I think every game, I've been getting better, and the whole team around me has been getting better as well.
You were 27 out of 32 today. What allows you to play at that high of a level, considering the stakes, considering the defense that you played today has been on a pretty good roll?
Yeah, just finding ways to pick them apart and take advantage of what they're doing. Finding completions, which is something that I've had to improve on throughout the course of the season, is just taking what the defense is giving me, getting the ball in my hand quick, not holding on to it, and finding those completions where get the ball in the guy's hands and let them make some positive plays. So, it's just completion. I don't even know what the word is, but just combination of everything I've learned throughout the season, I think, to put me in this position, and then obviously everyone else around me.
Jordan, what kept this team believing? Jordan, what kept this team? You were 2-5, 3-6, 6-8. What kept you guys believing?
Yeah, I think everyone knew what we were capable of. All the games we lost were close games that we knew there was little things that we could fix that would put us over the hump to win those games. So I think we were always right there in every game. So that was the thing that was easy for us to keep believing because we knew what type of team we had and what we were capable of when we just executed at a high level and play our best ball.
How would you describe your confidence individually and your group? How would you put that confidence into words?
I think it's growing every week. Like I said, every week we're getting better, and I think our confidence is growing as well. And it's helping us play fast, play at a high level. But yeah.
Jordan, you've obviously come a long way as a player. How much do you think you've grown as a leader this season?
Yeah, I think a good amount. I think that part kind of comes naturally when you're able to do what you want to do on the field and play at a high level. The leadership part kind of comes after that. So I think it's something that you can't force. You just got to be who you are and focus on, I think, like I said, trying to get better and letting people around you see that and just keeping the same mindset.
Jordan, 2 big third downs on that final drive. Maybe conventional wisdom is let the defense try and win the game. Instead, you get a big completion to Reed, and then you make that play off schedule to Kraft on that play there. What is the mindset there for you guys just to be aggressive in that spot? Is that a confidence level that you've gotten in the game, maybe even earned throughout the course of the season?
Yeah, I think just the way the game was going, we weren't in a mode where the defense was going to stop us. So I think everyone was confident in that. And we knew going in that last drive that we wanted to finish with the ball and keep the defense off the field and not even give them a chance to get the ball back. So I think that's just that killer mindset that everyone in the locker room and on the offense has, that when we get in that position, we want to go take advantage and finish with the ball.
Jordan, looks like you guys are going to Dallas. Any initial thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm just happy that we're in the playoffs, honestly. So whoever it was that we were going to be playing, they're going to get our best effort. So.
2 more for Jordan.
Hey Jordan, when you were patiently or maybe not so patiently waiting for your opportunity, were these the moments that you kind of dreamed about, and did the reality match the dream?
Definitely. You know, you want to play in the big time games, and you know, when the pressure's on, just to be able to go showcase what you're made of. So definitely just being on the bench for those 3 years and being behind Aaron, and just, you know, I think just wanting to be out there so bad. But yeah, now that I've got my opportunity, just making the most of it, taking it and running with it. And that's the same thing that everyone in that locker room is doing when they get those opportunities. So it's definitely something that I was, you know, waiting for and dreaming of, and you know, it definitely is everything that it's living up to be.